Secretary Sean Duffy, while our military veterans were sleeping on the streets, Biden and Buttigieg, or Buttigieg, cared more about housing illegal immigrants in our airports for free. Zero regard for the safety of American citizens. Unbelievable. Add this to their laundry list of quote-unquote wins. They ignored 85 near misses at Reagan Airport alone, blew $80 billion on DEI and climate scams. They lowered FAA Academy standards and obsessed over pilot pronouns. Thank God for the president who is ending this nonsense and prioritizing the American people. And thanks to Senator Ted Cruz's leadership, the public now knows that Mayor Pete and Joe Biden were using the DOT to advance their open border agenda. Well, yeah, of course they were. Bombshell report alleges Biden team forced airports to house migrants and risking safety. And this is going to be on Fox News. The Biden admin allegedly pressured U.S. airports to house migrants despite warnings that it could compromise safety and put travelers at risk, according to a bombshell Senate report. The 47-page document, Flight Risk, released by the Senate Commerce Committee, alleges the White House directed the Department of Transportation, the Federal Aviation Administration, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, and the Federal Transit Administration to find airport facilities for shelters or processing centers for migrants. According to the report, the administration instructed DOT and FAA to inventory available facilities at both federally owned and local airports to divert federal resources to support migrant arrivals. Remember when all those flights were arriving under the cover of darkness and all these illegal immigrants were pouring off of these flights that were organized by the Biden administration? All over the country. They were doing that all over the country. Internal emails cited in the report show concern among staff. On October 6th of 2023, one FAA official wrote to Massport, quote, "We have received a request from the White House to determine if there are available facilities on airport or surrounding areas. This is an immediate ask, so please prioritize this effort." Another DOT staffer responded candidly, "Yikes, this is definitely Fox News fodder in the making." The committee found that at least 11 airports, including Boston Logan, Chicago O'Hare, and New York's JFK, were asked or even pressured to house migrants inside terminals, hangars, or auxiliary buildings. Yeah, they built these temporary makeshift walls, like around the whichever terminals that they were using. They would put up like these wall facades around the area, so passengers who were getting off planes couldn't look and see like what's over on the other side. They made it look like it was under construction when it wasn't. They were housing migrants on the other side of that wall, inside the freaking airport. Absolutely crazy, like literally inside the terminals. All right, so the committee found, let's see, we already got that one. All right, FAA officials, according to the report, recognized that such use would usually need federal approval under grant assurance rules. Instead, they just ignored them most of the time when airports use their facilities to house aliens, per the report. Massport, which operates Boston Logan, warned federal counterparts, quote, "We are not designed or resourced to manage the intake of migrant populations. This would create a host of unintended safety and security consequences." And I'm sure the Biden administration said, "We don't give a shit, just get it done." Despite that warning, the report says Logan hosted up to 352 migrants overnight in Terminal E, spending $779,000 on security, cleaning, and transportation. At Chicago's O'Hare Airport, as many as 900 migrants were sheltered in a shuttle terminal. Between April of 23, February of 24, the report says police logged 329 service calls and 26 arrests, including thefts, disorderly conduct, and a death investigation. Chicago officials acknowledged that asylum seekers were not restricted to the staging area. The report also highlights a 2024 security breach at JFK Airport involving Kleber Lore Ponce, described as an alien from Ecuador who ran past a security post into the secure area at JFK toward two runways. When apprehended, security found him, arrested him, and found a box cutter and a pair of scissors on him. And here's one of those images. Migrants sleeping in the middle of a terminal at Boston Logan International. Beyond airports, DOT and its sub-agencies were allegedly directed to assist in other migrant support operations. The FMCSA, the report says, was told to help produce a Know Your Rights pamphlet for bus passengers and to coordinate with states tracking bus companies transporting migrants. The FTA was encouraged to remind local transit agencies that federal grants could be used to move migrants. The committee concluded that these directives reflected a dangerous diversion of federal transportation resources. Quote, the Biden-Harris administration made airports and aviation less secure, the report states, by allowing and encouraging aliens to shelter at U.S. airports, by allowing improperly vetted aliens to fly into and throughout the United States, and by diverting needed federal air marshals to the border, it said. In a statement to Fox News Digital, Senator Ted Cruz, a Republican of Texas, chairman of the Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation, said, quote, this report exposes how the Biden Department of Transportation conspired with local leaders in New York, Boston, and Chicago to house migrants in airport facilities at taxpayer expense. Their decisions to transport illegal aliens through airports without identity checks, even those with felonies, shows a new detail about how Biden's open border policy co-opted government agencies to put American citizens at risk, Cruz added. So there you have it, man. Bombshell report. Although, I mean, if you've been paying attention to politics over the last few years, this is not new news. I mean, we knew this was happening basically when it was happening, because they were flying them in after dark and they were housing them in these areas. And like I said, they were putting up temporary walls to make it appear as though those sections of the airport were under construction when they weren't. They were just simply housing migrants that were arriving from all over Latin America, apparently.
If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Check out The Swamp, Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, with segments dropping on the daily. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.